Alright guys, what's up? So, back with another driving vlog. So what I wanted to go over with you guys today was 5 things on the road that just piss me off. 5 pet peeves on the road. I think that's a better way to put it. That's what I'm going to entitle this. 5 pet peeves on the road. So, constantly on the goddamn highway. So let's start off. This is in no order or anything, by the way. Like, it's just 5 random things that I just hate. I have a billion more, but I'm just gonna go off the 5 that's like off the top of my head. So, number 1 would be distracted drivers. So, you know, the people that are like on their phones, they're eating, they're doing makeup, whatever it is, they're doing everything else besides focusing on the road and driving. And these people tend to be the ones that are, you know, swerving all over the place. They're not in their lane. They're either starting way too late at a green light. They're using heavy brakes. And, you know, it's not a fun time. And going to the school in the city, it's rough. Because there's a lot of people that do that. Number 2, this is more of a visual one. People that don't have the right aftermarket light for their car. And I'm going to explain that a little bit. So what do I mean by that? I mean the people that put HID bulbs on any other car that does not have a projector light. Luckily, my car has a projector light and I have HIDs on it, so I'm good there. But any other car that uses the reflective light system where they have a light and it bounces off of something to reflect it everywhere, that pisses me off. Why? Because the HID HID bulbs tend to be extremely bright, and when it comes to reflecting it, it's a really, really bright light. Me being low already, any sort of light that comes directly at me already pisses me off. And that's my own fault for being low, obviously, but, you know, it'll piss me off because it's going directly into one of my 3 mirrors, and I gotta look at it. But there's people out there who put the bulbs on there, and it's just blinding. To go along with lights and visuals, I'm gonna go on to say number 3 would be people at night that use their high beams. So, as I've already went over with the lights and everything, right? People that use their high beams at night. Now, I don't know if these people don't look at their dashboard. I don't know if they're clueless. I don't know if they got a low ass IQ. Whatever it may be, there is a light on your dashboard that tells you your high beam is on. Now, there are certain situations where obviously you're going to use your high beam. Either you're signaling somebody to do something, or you're on a really, like, dark road and you're going to need it, right? You know, those situations are fine as long as nobody else is around, you know, to see that. But if you are in a normal road where there are lights everywhere and you can see perfectly fine and there's traffic around you, there is no need to use those high beams. Not only does it, again, blind other drivers, like literally blind other drivers, like you're a goddamn nuisance, because it literally shows you on there your high beam is on. So number 4 are the drivers that do not use their indicators. And more or less enough, these guys are usually speeding. They usually, I don't want to say usually speeding, but most of the times on the highway, they're usually speeding and cutting through lanes. They're like, oh, yeah, there's no point in me to, you know, tell everybody else what I'm doing. You know, they don't matter. It's not like, you know, Timbuktu over here isn't making his way faster than me down the lane. I'm just gonna take my dumb ass in front of him and go without letting him know. Use your indicators. How goddamn hard is it to just, like, literally, even if you're using one hand on the goddamn wheel that some people do, you can still bring it down and use the thing. And then, you know, they'll get into an accident and be like, oh, it's your fault, why'd you run into me? And I'll be like, well, not me, but somebody else will be like, you didn't use your indicators, I don't know what the hell you were doing, which is goddamn true. Number 5 would be tailgaters. And this is a goddamn problem in New Jersey. It's so bad. I don't know if any other state is as bad as New Jersey when it comes to something like this. When it comes to aggressive driving and tailgating. As this BMW comes right behind me and starts to tail me too. Who's also on his phone and goes, you know, starts almost going into the other lane. Fantastic. I don't know where these people learn how to drive. I don't know if they went to high school and learn. I don't know if they went through a driving course and learn. But they tell you 3 seconds, there should be at least 3 seconds apart from you and the driver in front of you. In, I think, a 45-mile-per-hour road. And I think that time increases as you're going higher into speed. And you want to know why? So you don't rear end the person in front of you. Wow, look at that. You could save yourself from a whole like shit ton of accidents if you just don't tailgate somebody. But people in New Jersey continuously ride your goddamn ass if you're not going at least 100 miles per hour in the left lane. And they will, if you're not going their speed, if you're not going the speed limit they want you to, they will come around you, look at you with the dirtiest face, and then proceed to pass you at 100 miles per hour. Or if they can't make the lane change, they will sit behind you and inch off your bumper and literally scare the crap out of you to go switch your lane. If the person in front of you is going way too slow for you, use the high beam and let them know that you want to go faster and pass them, and it will go. Most of the time they'll do that. Some people are fucking retarded and they will stay in the left lane. I'll understand that point. If they're not going if they're not going at least 80 on the goddamn parkway, then yeah, that's an issue. That's all I really had for this. So if you enjoyed this little rant or whatever I might, or this pet peeve, then, you know, like the video, subscribe, comment on it, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.